We just heard Jake Patterson have his initial appearance here, and like you mentioned, that bail has been set $5 million in cash, plus stipulations not to see the people who were involved in this case, including Jamie Kloss herself. But a lot of the main information that we got didn't come from that initial appearance. It actually came from this. This is the 12-page criminal complaint that was released this afternoon, and there are some really standout points in there that I think help clarify a lot of the questions this community and the nation have been asking about the Jamie Kloss case. That number one being, why Jamie? The situation here in Lodi is honestly like adding insult to injury. Beginning this afternoon with this flooding, now this is Spring Creek. I got here a few hours ago and spoke with firefighters and the police chief on scene. They said they have never seen this creek this far. You can even see these recycling bins drifting down the water. The level is almost up to the bottom of the bridge that we're standing on right now. Now, that was the first part of the day. That second, of course, being that gas leak that shut down Main Street for a few hours there. The police chief told me that also due to this flooding. The water got into the basements here of some businesses on Main Street, got into the furnaces and shut them down, and that is what caused that gas leak. Now, luckily, you can see the Main Street here is reopened. There goes an MG&E truck right now, and they're saying that they're hoping to have the power and the gas back on hopefully tomorrow. But again, police chief said that's not going to happen until the water level in the basements here subsides. That's right. As we just heard, Governor Evers closed his inaugural remarks earlier this afternoon at the Capitol by saying, let's polka tonight and get to work tomorrow. And I have to tell you, the people here in the ballroom at the Monona Terrace have really taken that advice to heart. And those we spoke to this evening have told us that they're looking forwards towards Governor Evers' first few days in office optimistically. All eyes will be on Governor Evers during his first 100 days, and people expect to see a focus on his campaign promises.
The people of Wisconsin have to be part of this process. They have to own it as much as we are.
One of the big ones on which Governor Evers ran, education improvements.
Well, after all, he has a pretty strong background in education, so I'd put my money on he's going to focus on education. He's talked about a lot about health care, especially making sure everybody can get insurance for pre-existing conditions, the Medicaid expansion.
Kraft believes Governor Evers will be able to accomplish, quote, bread and butter items, issues that are important to both sides of the aisle, including infrastructure.
And I know that when he delivers his budget, that he is going to provide a path to fabulous public schools, a quality, clean environment, good paying jobs, and an infrastructure of roads and bridges that keeps us all safe.
Thank you.
Now, as we heard throughout Governor Evers' campaign and in remarks from him today, one of the main focuses going forward still remains moving forward with Wisconsin as a state and overcoming those partisan divisions. Reporting live in Monona Terrace, Isabel Lawrence, NBC 15 News. Sunshine Place in Sun Prairie told me that since that explosion, they've worked with over 100 individuals, including John, like you mentioned, Maria Hernandez. She actually just lived one block away from us now, like you mentioned, on the corner of Main and Columbus. And all of those people's lives were rocked by that explosion.
Okay.
1 year later.
Just like a really fast thing.
It's still hard for Maria Hernandez to think back to July 10th, 2018.
I guess I was surprised. Sorry. I didn't think something like that could happen, like to anybody or like us.
But the unthinkable did happen.
A friend called and said, "Do you smell gas?"
Hernandez didn't know that would be the last time she'd live in her apartment, leaving behind a home
So you're fine.
full of memories.
He was actually born there. I had him in the apartment.
Hopping from relatives to a motel,
I guess kind of homeless for a couple weeks.
Hernandez found a new home
Push the button.
with the support of Sunshine Place.
The biggest question was, can you help? And our answer to that was yes.
The Community Resource Center worked with 51 families. 35 were displaced. They helped get families into new homes with the resources they needed. They also recommended where the money from the Sun Prairie Disaster Relief Fund should go.
It's been an emotional time here. I often mention how our families are resilient, and they're powerful, and they're strong, and they did get back on their feet.
Families like the Hernandezes received help with their security deposit, rent, and things like clothes and bedding. Now, their new home is a fresh start.
Be happy. There's probably better things to come.
Sunshine Place currently has a campaign going called #ActsOfKindnessSP. They're hoping to use the money raised to expand their facilities so they can serve even more families here in the Sun Prairie community. Reporting live in Sun Prairie tonight, Isabel Lawrence, NBC 15 News.
Rhodes Conway's election brings an end to Paul Soglein's longtime run as the city's mayor.
Our team coverage continues tonight with NBC 15's Isabel Lawrence.
That's right. The brink here on East Washington is a lot quieter now after just about an hour ago, Madison Mayor Paul Soglin said goodbye to the seat in Madison Mayor's office that he has held for a total of 22 years. Now, John, as you just mentioned there, he did say that he called Satya Rhodes Conway earlier this evening to congratulate her on the win and said as early as tomorrow morning, they're going to be sitting down and beginning to work through that transition process together. Now, something that Soglin did say that he worked on throughout his campaign and hopes to see continue for Madison is an increase in affordable housing. He also said that moving forward, the city should continue opening up the workplace to close gaps in the Madison community. Soglin reflected back on 2011, which he called a drought in housing construction in the city. He said if we want to solve housing problems in Madison, the city cannot go backwards, and that he has no regrets about the work and progress he and his team made.
If we want to build more affordable housing, the city must be in partnership with the folks who do that kind of work, who take that kind of risk.
He's responsible for the Winona Terrace and the State Street walk-along.
Now, we did try to catch the mayor on his way out after his concession speech. On his way out tonight, he turned back to us. He said he's retired and that he has 2 weeks left in office. Reporting live in downtown Madison, Isabel Lawrence, NBC 15 News. We've got a whole lot of food here, Megan and Tim. Let's take a look here. We have some corn. We have everything from rice, ramen, all of these great non-perishable food items that are really going to make a difference in our community. So you may remember these all came from bins that we had throughout our community. You may recognize them for your local schools, your businesses. Well, Second Harvest has been able, thanks to you, to collect all of your generous donations from these bins, and we brought them here, so we're going to sort them today. It seems quiet right now. We don't have the phones ringing yet. We don't have all the volunteers here sorting, but I assure you, in just a couple hours here, it's going to be pretty loud and it's going to be a lot of fun. But the important thing today, all of this food is going to be distributed to food pantries throughout southern Wisconsin here, and it's going to make a huge difference in the lives of so many people this holiday season. So thank you so much, and remember, you can call, you can donate on our website all day today. Those donations are going to be doubled. Tim and Megan.